Hi, it was great meeting with you earlier. So just to show how to access the parental controls, you could click here on the bottom for Launchpad. You would then click on the System Preferences, and you could enter Parental Controls. So we'll access here some computers that you can see and find, and if you wanted to enter Parental Controls, you would always want to click so that you can make changes. Enter your password. And now I can see that I can make some changes to a computer. Now, clicking on some of these has some big implications. So allowing joining Game Center, if you wanted them to play, you could click on or off. It depends on to you. You could limit applications. So you would want to come here and then click on which apps. So you just want to check that Chrome is not on or which ones are allowed. So here we're actually clicking allow. So allow the user to open only the specified application. So here you want to check that it is actually checked on. If it is off, then they won't be able to. So here you're going to actually check on any which ones that they are allowed to use. And we had taken off the check off, if I remember, of the game involving some war. I can't remember the name of that game. So here's what you would want to leave the check on for. So you might want to put FaceTime, you might want to leave on Firefox or things like that, GarageBand, important apps that you want them to do. So again, it's allow the user to open only the specified applications. For the web, you could come here and you could allow access only to these websites, or you could limit and try to customize. And here's where you would type in by coming to Chrome, and I could find some address that I can copy. And I know you cannot see that, but I just copied the address and then Command V. I'm holding down the Command button and V and clicking OK. So now it would limit me there. Here's where you would limit iTunes Store, so things that they would have access to. The time where you were talking about limiting, here we can limit weekday time limits. Allow access to this computer Monday through Friday for the specified number of hours only. Now what's difficult here is we do want to assume that potentially he would be using the computer during the school day at school, which could be a considerable amount of time. So it's hard to limit here the amount of time. The weekend's a little bit easier, where it's you and him at home. You are both at home, and you could limit how many hours you want just on the weekend. Now, for the bedtime, prevent access to this computer during the specified times. This is really good for Sunday through Thursday, so just school nights, where he's getting ready for school on Monday, Sunday night. You can click, OK, on Sunday, I don't want any computer after 5 p.m., and then he can use it again at 8 a.m. once he comes to school. The weekend, I might just want to limit to a couple of hours, and you could say to him, OK, so you can use the computer from... And now you could just limit, if you want to, just 2 hours. It could be these 2 hours up here. But now you could say he could only use the computer from 6 a.m. Up until 8 p.m. on Friday until 6 a.m. on Saturday or something like that. So this is where you can set up your times for that. Privacy, for the most part, we could allow changes to contacts because he might add or remove contacts. You might want to limit for Twitter and Facebook if he has his own accounts. And then other, for the most part, we haven't seen any restrictions here except for the language and dictionary. For the most part, we don't have this, but you can also block off if he does have an external hard drive to limit that. But for the most part, I haven't seen too many restrictions here. It's mainly with the apps, and then it's going to be with the web, and a little bit with the store. So please let me know if you have any other questions. I will try to get back to your email and see how else I can help you today, but I hope that this short presentation helps as well. Thanks so much. Have a good day.